Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to do this video for quite a while, but I wanted to wait until my son was a little bit older so that I used everything that I'm going to show you in this video and really picked out the products that worked best for me, worked best for my baby, and that we still, some of them, continue to use to this day. He is now 4 months old and we have moved on to some new things, new toys. Obviously he's growing and he sees more of the world and he's wanting to learn and play with bigger things. But I wanted to show you guys some of the things that got us through newborn stage till about, I'd say about now. But without further ado, let's get into this video. I'm gonna start with some of the bigger things that we used, just to kind of get them out of the way. If I don't actually have something with me, I will pop up a photo in the video for you so you can see what I'm actually talking about. But there's a few things that my son is using right now, but if that happens, I will let you guys know. So the first thing I want to talk about that has been one of my must-haves for newborns is the Snuggle Me Organic. It is organic lounger for newborns. There's different sizes on their website. You can get newborns, and then there's the next size, which we are in. But this is the newborn one. It's kind of just like in the shape of a peanut. It's super soft, super snuggly. From day one he was in here. He just lays in here. It keeps him nice and cozy. This was super convenient when he was really small and we were able to just put him in the bed with us, keep him right in the middle of us while we were just hanging out, watching TV. You could put this on the couch and he would just lay there to take his naps in, all wrapped up in like a little cocoon. This thing was great in the mornings when we were just lounging on the bed and I wanted him to like lay in something so he wasn't just flailing on the bed. But this is definitely one of my must-haves. It's super soft. You can buy covers for them. This is one cover I have, and I highly suggest buying covers. Obviously babies poop, pee, spit up, do all the things, and it's just so much easier to remove this cover, wash it, and put it back on the lounger. The next thing I'm going to talk about is our Hatch Baby Scale and diaper changer. So this is the Hatch Baby Scale. We just got it in this like creamy color. On the side you can see it says Hatch Baby Scale. I think I showed this in another video, but these are so convenient just for diaper changing. This just wipes super clean. It's actually soft and like cushiony underneath, so it's not like a very hard surface. I wanted the scale because I was breastfeeding and I wanted to be able to tell how much my son was eating, if he was gaining weight or not, and I didn't want to have to wait for doctor visits. So once in a while I'll just bring him up to his room in the morning before he eats, put him on the scale. It comes with an app on your phone. It's just the Hatch Baby app. Then you go up to the top, there's like a little scale, and all you do is you zero it out, place the baby on the scale, and press record, and it records the weight for you. And if your baby is kind of squirming, it will wait till the baby calms down and it'll record the number. So this has come in handy just for that reason, and it just made me feel so much better not having to wait for their 1 month, 2 month, 4 month checkups to see if they're gaining weight properly and all of that. So that's just kind of like a peace of mind item. But the whole wiping clean thing is awesome. And to go along with that, we got a pack of these Munchkin waterproof liners. You can get them right off Amazon. We lay these right on top of the Hatch diaper changer. I also have another diaper changer downstairs for when we're changing his diapers. We use these liners so that you don't have to, one, clean up a bad mess. I know we've had our fair share of blowouts. I highly recommend these liners. You throw them right in the wash. They come out perfectly clean. This is a must-have. Next item I want to talk about, which I know I had brought up in multiple videos. Any video that I'm actually showing my son, I do talk about it because I highly, highly, highly recommend it. And maybe it's just me, my son just loved it, but the Baby Bjorn bouncer, he still uses it to this day. We finally bought one of them little toys that clips on it that he can play with. It's just so nice to have. It's convenient. I can carry him in and out with me. I sit him in there in the bathroom when I'm getting ready. He sits in it in the kitchen when I'm cooking. He sits in it in the living room if we're all just kind of hanging out and he just doesn't want to be carried or playing or laying on the floor or in anything other devices. He just loves that. It also folds together flat and we travel with it. So, I mean, we're really not going anywhere because of you know what, but we will go to my parents' house and my mom will watch him once in a while and we bring that. It opens right up. It's super convenient. We want to say once he turned about a month old is when he was able to go in it. It is a bit expensive. I believe that was a $200 bouncer, which is very expensive. But it has been worth it for us. So we also bought him a swing, and I think I showed this in another video. I'm going to put a picture here because he is sleeping in his right now. It is just a simple swing from Target. I believe it was like $69. The swing can be higher or you can lower the legs so the swing is more down to the ground. It does take batteries, 4D batteries, which is kind of a pain, but they have lasted forever. We've only changed the batteries once and we've had the swing obviously since he was a baby, so when he was first born. And he is in there at least once or twice a day. So sometimes it's just they love the rocking motion and it calms him, or if he's just feeling overstimulated, we just kind of put him in there and sometimes he'll just lay back, rock himself to sleep, or he'll just want to sit there and just relax while we're having dinner or doing something like that. Really didn't want to swing, but I'm so glad I got one. This one also folds up and I have taken it to my mother's house. So it's just a simple swing. It was cheap and I highly recommend this one. My son absolutely just loves it. Okay, the next two things I want to talk about are baby carriers. So I actually have two of them. I did buy the Solly Baby Wrap and I have the Baby Bjorn carrier. And I actually just used the Baby Bjorn carrier today because he has been forfeiting all naps. So I had him in it while I was making lunch. I made some homemade chicken noodle soup and he just chilled on me. I actually was able to flip him around so he could look outside, which I think he loved. But I will show you those. So this one is the Baby Bjorn carrier and it looks like a hot mess when it's pulled apart, but it's super simple and easy to use. Okay, so you're gonna wanna put it on like a backpack. And then you have a clip here. Your baby literally just sits right here. You pull it up. You slide this side in. You slide this side in, and then you're gonna clip your baby right here. And he just chills with you and then just snaps off. Carrier has been great. I researched them for quite a while. I actually didn't buy that till he was probably like 3 or 4 weeks old because I was using the Solly Baby Wrap one, but I wanted something a little more sturdy that my husband would use if he was ever to baby carry. I've gone on walks with him in that, and just around the house it's just a fast way for me to snap him in and still have back support. This is the Solly Baby Wrap that I have. And this one is, I don't know what color this is, kind of like a neutral tannish grayish color. This material is so soft, it's super long. I was definitely intimidated by this wrap when I first got it. I'm like, how the hell am I gonna keep my baby in this thing wrapped on me properly? But I did watch a few videos. I watched a couple YouTube videos, and the more you do it, the more you get the hang of it, and now it's super easy. Highly recommend. So I'm going to move on to some bath stuff. So I have about 4 items that I totally recommend for baby bath time. I did start out with a different bathtub. That was such a nice bathtub. It was a pain in the ass because you'd have to take the whole cotton netting that the baby laid in off to drain, it would absorb so much water, and then to dry it, it would be so heavy. You had to wash it. It was just a pain in the ass. So I ended up opting for this one, which was like $19 at Target. It's called the Angel Care Baby Bathtub. You can use it from infant. He still uses it. This part is like a silicone cover with holes, so the water gets right in there. You can wash their behind. They just lay right in here, super comfortable. I put it right in the bottom of my bathtub. This does fit into our, we have like a deep farmhouse sink. I don't know what the name of it is, but this does fit in it. So when he was really little, I would just put him in our kitchen sink and clean him. But now he loves the bathtub and he'll just play with his little toys in there. So I highly recommend this. It's super cheap, super easy to clean. You just wipe it down. No hassle. The other thing for bath that I recommend is this little bath whale special lip at the end. So when you're washing baby's head, you can put it right on their forehead and the water doesn't get into their face, which I love that. I know my oldest son was taking baths when he was little. He hated when water would get in his eyes. So I just automatically started with this with the baby. It's really easy just to the water in, dump it on the baby, rinse him off. My husband loves using this thing. This was super cheap. I got it at Bye Bye Baby. I think it was like, I don't know, maybe 10 bucks or something like that. But I also recommend a water thermometer. I can't tell you how many times the water has been running and it's been so hot and I just get nervous I'm gonna burn his skin. This thing is the best. This is just this little ducky. I think I found this off Amazon. It's by Dream Baby. Growing safely. All you do is push the on button. It tells you the temperature. You can do it in Celsius. You can do it in Fahrenheit. You just put it in the water as you're filling. It gives you the temperature and it will blink red if it's too hot, green when it is the perfect temperature. Last thing that I want to talk about is this Safety First Scrubby Brush. My son never had cradle cap, but I know a lot of babies do get it. This is actually a cradle cap, like scrubby scalp brush. Super, super soft bristles. You just massage it on their head, some shampoo in there, and then you're just gonna massage it around. It just breaks up any like dead skin, keeps their scalp nice and clean. Along with bath time stuff, we'll just move on to some like preventative care things, lotions, different things that you use on baby skin just to keep him smelling fresh, feeling fresh, and making sure that there's no rashes or anything like that happening. So I have 3 products here. One is super, super simple that I think everybody should have. I just got this huge tub off Amazon, is A&D. There are so many different lotions and medicines that you can put on a baby's bottom or to prevent diaper rash or any other type of rashes. But I highly recommend A&D. I did work at a children's hospital and this is what everybody used on the babies. This is so good for diaper rash. Also, under the neck rolls when they throw up can get a little bit rashy just from always being wet and drooling. So I'll rub a little bit of A&D on there, and we only have used not even half of it, and we use it every single day. So highly recommend having this on hand. Super cheap, super good for babies. If you're not using the A&D, I also highly recommend having this Earth Mama Baby Organic Baby Face, Nose, and Cheek Balm. This is something that I've been using more now because he seems to be starting the whole teething thing. He's drooling a lot, and I think I've talked about in other videos, my son has a reflex. He's had it since he was born, so he does throw up quite often. But this has just been good for the chapped cheeks, his chin, just from drooling. They're always wet. We're always wiping his face. And this is just to help their face stay away from rashes or just to get chapped. It is so cold here right now. I think today it's only like 18 degrees. So everybody's got drier skin right now in the winter time. So this is just really nice to have. One other must-have item that I don't think gets talked about enough are these. It is the Frida Baby Windy, the gas passer. My son had trouble, gassiness, especially when he first came home, to the point where he would just scream and scream. We did give him gas drops. We gave him some other grape water. Gas drops and grape water. They did not help. So when he was super gassy or he hasn't pooped in a long time, we use these. So these are called the Windies. You get a pack of 10 of them in here, and they look like these weird like little tubes. So you lubricate the end of it and it kind of just goes in the rectum. You hold it there and you will hear it whistle. It does work. So you don't want to overdo it. You want the babies to be able to pass their own gas and poop themselves. But in severe circumstances, we did use this, and it was a lifesaver. He was such a happy baby after we used it. So I highly recommend this. And just a warning, have an extra diaper or something on hand, because if they do have to poop, it comes right through the tube and it is an explosion. But I highly recommend these. These are not talked about enough. So now I'm just going to move on to sleeping. A couple things that helped us with sleep. My son is not the best sleeper. He hates taking naps, but at night I think we have it pretty down packed. So the first thing I want to talk about is the Hatch sleep machine. This thing I highly recommend. This thing is so nice. We actually keep it in our room. My husband has started to love it, but for my son, it's just worked wonders. So we do use the sound machine. We keep it on like that staticky sound, pretty loud, just to kind of drown out any other noises. Once we turn this on, it's kind of part of his nighttime routine, so he just knows that it is time for bed, and we keep it on all night long. He seems to love it. It also has a night light on it, and you can change the sounds on it. You can set it for in the morning, have birds chirping, or it does come with an app that you can completely control it. So if you are in another room, or if your baby's in a nursery and you want to turn it off, turn it on, change the sound, change the color, turn the sound off, or turn the light off, you can totally do that. This is just like one of those things that every new mom should have, and I know it's talked about a lot because it works. Another sound machine that I do recommend is this Hush Yoga Sleep Sound Travel little sound machine. This thing is just a little portable sound machine. We hook it right to his car seat. It comes with us everywhere, so that if he goes to like my parents' house or anybody's watching him, it's with them, then they have a little portable sound machine. This is great in the car if they're trying to sleep and they don't want to be bothered. We just put this on. It has 3 settings. You can control the noise level. It does get pretty loud. You can lock it so it doesn't turn off. And yeah, it's just super simple. There's the power button. Highly recommend this one, and it's pretty loud, so it's nice. The other thing I will say, this is for nighttime feeding, nighttime diaper changing, just in the dark. You need a light on because you can't see, but you don't want to shine your phone or anything like that. I've talked about this 1,000 times. I know I have in other videos. It was $5. It's called the Nequare light. I got it off Amazon. They are sold out. They have been sold out for so long. Hopefully they will come back. But this is a portable LED lamp. It's super easy to turn on. You just tap it just like that, and you tap the top to turn it off. You can hold it down so it's on. If you hold your finger on it, it will get brighter. And then if you hold your finger on it, it will dim down. You can change the colors on it. There is a power button down here. There is a plug just to plug it and charge it. This thing lasts us forever. When my husband does a feeding at night, he brings this out into wherever he's feeding the baby, just so he has a little bit of light. This is great for nighttime changing. We just put it by the baby, so we're not putting a bright light on or turning the room light on or flashing our phone flashlight on the baby, and then the baby wakes up completely. So this is just great to have. It does change colors too. It does change colors. You can change to red, blue, green, purple, the whole shebang. So this I do highly recommend, and it is so cheap. We're on the topic of sleep and using sleep machines and things like that. There's a couple outfits that I recommend. Now, Sleepers are the best to put babies in. They're just so convenient, just the one outfit to put the baby in. There are zipper ones, there are snap ones, there are Velcro ones, there are magnet ones. This one is from Magnetic Me. This is just a really cute little outfit. It has little pandas on it. These are so soft and silky. My son loves it, but the best part of this is that it is magnetic. So all you have to do is pull it apart and you just put the magnets together. The outfit's closed. It is the easiest to change the baby in. It's super stretchy. I just love this thing. So I highly recommend these. One is zippers. This is just one of ours that we have. It says little brother on it. Super cute. Got this from Target. It's actually a Carter's brand from Target, but this is the double zipper. So you can zip from the top here, or you can zip from the foot. And this is just so handy for when you're changing your baby in the middle of the night. You don't have to take the whole outfit off just to get to the diaper. You can just unzip from the bottom, pop their feet out, change the diaper, and zip it right back down. I recommend those. And then just some blankets. I love the copper pearl blankets. This is the swaddle. I have a couple of these. This is just one so I can show you guys. It says really pretty blue and arrow print. These are super stretchy. They're super soft. I use them all the time. I keep one in the diaper bag in case we need it. He's sleeping with one right now, but when he first came home, my son hated any swaddle. You guys, I've used all of them. The Halo swaddles, I've used these other Velcro swaddles, I bought these sleep sacks, I bought the Magic Bean one, I bought the Hatch, I think it was the Hatch one with the nested egg one that has a little nested egg here. He hated every single one of them. The only way we could swaddle him is if we used a blanket. And these are just super easy to get them really snug and tight in there in the swaddle. So I totally recommend these. Something else that you need as a newborn is burp cloths. And I just told you guys how my son has reflux issues. He throws up and spits up all the time. The brands that I absolutely love are the Carter's Just One You little burp cloths. These are just super cute little prints on them, but these are nice just to throw over your shoulder, have on you at all times. My absolute favorite are the Burt's Bees Baby's Diaper cloths. So they come like this. They're like little rectangle diaper cloths. They have the little Burt's Bee symbol inside. These absorb the throw up and everything. Super easy. These are just my favorites. I just like the material. They're very soft. They're easy to clean, and they come clean. Moving on to some toys that we have for him. When he was super little, he obviously wasn't interested in toys. He was interested in sleeping and eating, and that is about it. But when he turned about 2 months old, that's when we've started implementing little toys throughout the day that he could look at, things to see. I've showed you guys my Love Every playmat. We absolutely love that. I will insert a picture here so you guys can see what that looks like if you've never seen one. I highly recommend that one. As he's getting older, he is just enjoying the whole thing. He does tummy time on there. He loves the little hanging balls and the bell and everything. He can grab stuff. They have black and white cards that they can look at when they're little, and that's mainly what we used it for when he was little. He would just stare at the cards. There's like mirrors on there. It just has a whole bunch of stuff for a baby to touch and feel and learn. It's a Montessori type playmat, so it's really good for their learning. I highly recommend that. It is a little bit of a splurge. I believe it was $140, but he is using it every single day. He falls asleep on it sometimes, so I highly recommend getting that playmat. And then the other thing is his mushroom, which I have shown before, but I will show again. It is just a little toy that hooks onto his hand, and all he does is chew on it, especially now that he's starting to teeth and his gums are bothering him. Everything goes into his mouth. So that is one thing that we always have with him, his little mushroom. Amazon, I will insert a picture here. Go get yourself one. If you have a little one who needs to put all the toys in their mouths, I highly recommend that toy. we don't leave the house without it. He needs to have it at all times. So I think that is it for everything I wanted to show you guys in this video. I hope you guys liked it. If I think of anything else that I forgot, I will leave it down below in the description box. Make sure you guys read that. But these are just a few things that I just felt were super necessary, and I highly recommend for any mom or new mom, or if you're just looking for things to help you through those first few months with a newborn to get through those days, because it can be rough. Give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in my next video.